Lust, man, is something that can really destroy you. It's something that can really hold you back in every way possible. Something that can just stop you in your tracks and keep you stuck if you let it. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I talked about lust a lot. I made videos on lust before, but I fell back into lust a couple months ago. I'm just being vulnerable. Like, I really don't care. I'm a month clean now, but it is something that I fell back into recently. But like I said, I'm back on track. I'm back doing everything I need to do to flee from it. But sitting here now, reflecting on it, sitting here now, thinking about it, like I see what lust can do and how bad it is and how detrimental it could be to you just fulfilling everything you want to fulfill, achieving everything you want to achieve, just kind of just becoming this best version of you. Like, lust will really destroy you, bro. It will leave you unmotivated. It will leave you lazy and it won't care. Like, it'll keep coming back and it will keep coming stronger and stronger each and every time. So you can't build this discipline you want. You can't build this version of you that you want while you're feeding into this distraction of lust, while you're feeding this into this temptation of lust. Like, lust is big, bro. It's probably one of, if not the biggest distraction and temptation among personally men. I don't know how it is on the women's side. I just don't know. But for men, bro, lust is something that is just huge and not a lot of people talk about it. You know, a lot of people like to run away from it. A lot of people like to kind of hide it and put it in the dark, you know, not talk about it a lot. But a lot of people need to flee from lust in order to do everything they want to do. Like, a lot of people fight that addiction because it is an addiction at the end of the day. Like, a lot of people fight that addiction behind closed doors, man. And me personally, I'm just trying to bring it to the light because, like I said, I know what it can do to you. I've seen what it can do to you firsthand, like many of times. Like, lust is something that will literally keep you mentally stuck no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you try, no matter what you try to do. Like, it's just a constant distraction. Like I said, it's an addiction, bro. Like, you kind of think about it all the time, whether you realize it or you don't. And lust is ruining a lot of people's lives, bro. And people don't see that until they actually see that. Like, that might not make sense what I just said, but you might hear about lust on TikTok. You might hear about it on social media. I know a lot of people talk about it, and especially on social media, like people that do the same type of content that I do. And yeah, you might hear that. Yeah, you might listen to it and scroll, but you don't see the effects that lust has on you until you actually go through it. And that's what I meant by you don't see it until you actually see it. Like, I've seen it firsthand. Like, recently, I was 4 months clean, and then I'm just be honest, like, life got kind of hard. Things weren't going my way. Things weren't going the way I expected them to go. And I feel like that was something that I ran to kind of just make myself feel good, if that makes sense. Like, that's the best way I could put it. And now, being clean and fleeing from that temptation with God and through God, like, I can sit here and talk about it. I can sit here and reflect on it. I can sit here and kind of see what it did. Like I said, like, lust is something that keeps you mentally stuck if you let it. Like, that short-term pleasure that you want, that short-term feeling, that temporary feeling is something that will cause a long-term, like, kind of mental block. Like, when I was falling into lust, bro, I had no motivation. The ideas for content were not coming to my head. Like, I was struggling to make content, bro. I would always make it late night at the last second. I would always put it off. There were some days where I just simply didn't want to do it. And I'm not going to say it's all because of lust, but I feel like 95% of it was. Because being clean now, I have way more motivation. I have way more drive. Like, I feel like I work even harder. I have way more energy. Like that brain fog that I felt, I just don't feel that anymore. That that feeling of just feeling mentally stuck, I don't feel that anymore. Because what you constantly consume, it shapes how you think, whether you like it or not. Like lust is always on our brain sometimes, bro, when we constantly feed into that area of life, or we constantly consume that content, or we consume all these different things we see on social media. It'll take away your focus. Like I said, it'll drain your motivation. It'll kind of train your brain to chase comfort. Because like I said, that was something that I ran to when things got hard. So I felt comfortable. So I kind of felt good. Or I kind of just chased that temporary kind of high, I guess you could call it, a temporary feeling. When that's doing nothing but destroying you, bro. That's doing nothing but holding you back. Like you can't move forward and you can't grow. You can't make progress until you leave lust behind. And that's real, bro. Like I said, I've seen this firsthand. Like lust is stealing all your energy that's meant for your purpose. You're wasting time on something that you don't need to spend time on. That's the best way I can say it without like saying it too crazy. Like when you think of it, bro, the thing that helped me kind of flee from lust the first time and now is you really just got to realize that the energy that you're using for whatever you want to call it could be used to create a whole human, bro. Like, think about that, dog. You're wasting all your energy for no reason. Like, that energy you're putting out, it goes somewhere, and it can either go to growth or it can go to gratification. And every time you lust, every time you fall into that temptation, every time you let the distraction win, you're choosing to put your energy into gratification that's only going to last for a second, a minute, that temporary feeling, that temporary high. Like you're wasting energy just for that. And then after that, like there's nothing. You're tired. You're unmotivated. You feel drained. You feel worthless. Like, why do we waste energy on that, bro? Why do we put our time into that? Why do we put our energy to that when all that energy could be spent on growth, when all that energy could be spent on progress? It could be spent on ourselves. It could be spent on our craft and just becoming a better version of ourselves. But like I said, we can't become a better version of ourselves without leaving it behind. Like what you feed grows, bro. Every time you open that website, every time you get on that app and you watch these things, you look at these things, you spend time and energy on these things, like that's gonna grow, bro, to a point where it's really defeating you, to a point where it's all you know, it's your life. Like that's what it is, bro. But once you starve it, it's gonna die. Once you get off these websites, you get off these apps, you stop looking at these things on social media, it has no choice but to go away. So you got to spend your time wisely, bro. You got to put your energy in the right spots. You got to stay busy so you don't even have a chance to fall into this. So you don't even have a chance to fall into the temptations, to fall into the distractions, to see that one person on Instagram or that one person on TikTok and it makes you go waste energy. That's the best way I can say it. Like, nah, bro. No. Stop wasting your energy for no reason. And I'm not saying to be perfect right now. Like, it's not about perfection, but it's about going in the right direction. It's about taking the initiative to flee from lust. It's about taking the initiative to stop wasting energy on that and putting that energy somewhere that needs it, somewhere that has worth. Because like I said, bro, you're wasting your energy for no reason, bro. That energy can create a whole human being and it's wasted. That's your energy, bro. Like, you can use that time, you can use that energy to do something else in order for you to grow, in order for you to learn, in order for you to get one step closer to where you want to be or who you want to be, in order for you to work on your craft, like all of that, bro. But you're wasting it. You're wasting it. But lust is bad, bro. Like I said, it really defeats you. It really destroys you because it kind of messes up your brain to the point where it replaces intimacy, like true intimacy with another human being, kind of with an escape. Like it's hard to have true intimacy when you always thinking about lust. When your brain is just, I need this girl, I need that girl, I need to sleep with her, I need to sleep with her. Like, no, bro, that's not what God intended us to do. He intended us to be intimate with another human being, bro. One human being, just one. God called us to have self-control. Like, we should be able to control ourselves, bro. And when you're constantly just thinking about lust, when you're constantly feeding lust, like, it's hard to have self-control because that's kind of all you know. That's all you want. You don't want a foundation. You don't want to grow with somebody and be with somebody just to be with them, just to love them. Like, you want them for everything else that comes with it. And like I said, you don't see that until you actually see it. So what I could be saying could be going through one ear, not the other. But sometimes you just got to see for yourself, bro. Like, that's what lust is doing to you. It's hard to create a real intimate connection with somebody when you're so lust driven. When that's all you think about. When that's all you think about, like, it's hard to find the right one. Being honest, bro, like that freedom that you really want, it starts when you stop hiding that. And when you kind of bring it to the light, like I said, like, you can put it in the dark as long as you want. But deep down, you know that it's a battle that you fight every single day. And it's a battle that you want to win, but you can't because you keep feeding it. So at some point, bro, you got to start surrendering to God. Like, God is the way to get through all of this, to win this spiritual warfare battle, to flee from lust every single day. Like, God is the way, because you do not overcome lust with willpower alone. You don't overcome lust by yourself. I can't overcome lust by myself. I tried many of times. I've tried. And why do you think I fell back into lust? Because I thought I could do it alone. I thought I could win the battle alone. I thought I could do it off just willpower. But at some point I realized I had to go to God. Like, that's how you flee from lust, bro. You run to God. You pray about it. When you feel that urge, you spend time with God. You replace the time spent on lust with the word of God, with the Bible, with praying, with building a relationship with him, whatever that may look like, bro. But replace the time that you spent wasting your time and wasting your energy with God, bro. Like, flee. God didn't tell us to fight lust. He told us to flee. Because like I've told y'all before, lust is a battle that we cannot win alone, that we can't win by ourselves. We got to flee from lust when we get that feeling. We got to run away from it as far as we can and run to God. Run to his word. Run into his arms. Run to his love, to his forgiveness, to his grace, to everything he has for us, bro. That's how you defeat lust. That's how you leave lust behind to become this better version of you. That's how you leave lust behind and just move forward and grow as much as possible. Like I said, you don't overcome lust with willpower alone, bro. Like, you got to replace that time. The environment matters. Your boundaries matter. What you look at on social media matters. What you listen to matters. The time spent alone matters. Like, everything matters, bro. But the best way, and kind of the only way to win this battle, is God, man. Build a relationship with God. Talk to God about it. Bring it to the light. Like, don't hide it, bro. You don't got to hide anything with God. Bring it to the light, because God already knows, but he's waiting for you to tell him. He's waiting for you to just be honest and be open with him about everything. Like I said, everything matters, bro. What you look at, what you watch, what you scroll, the times you're alone, your environments, your boundaries, who you spend time with, bro. Like, all that matters when you're trying to win this battle of lust. All that matters when you're trying to flee from it as best as possible. So if you constantly keep that door open and somebody can easily walk through it, or lust can easily walk through it, Don't be surprised if it walks in there. If you're constantly leaving the door open, if you're constantly texting that one person that you used to lust over all the time, if you're constantly going back on that app where all it does is bring lustful intentions or lustful thoughts, don't be surprised when lust creeps back in and you can't win that battle. You can't flee from lust because you constantly leaving the door open, bro. So just let go, man. Like I said, you got to starve it. Because once you feed it, it's going to constantly grow. It's going to constantly get bigger. It's going to constantly get harder. It's going to constantly just be there all the time. At some point, it's going to become all you think about, bro. So you got to be able to close the door and run far, far away and flee and run to God. You got to starve lust so it dies. It's time to let go, bro. Like, it's time to leave lust behind right now, today, forever, like for good. No more falling back into it. No more giving back into the temptations. No more giving into the distractions or those thoughts, or no more letting the enemy win you over, bro. Because that's really what it comes down to. When the enemy sees you doing better, when the enemy sees you making progress and growing, he does everything in his power to stop you. He does everything in his power to hold you back. But it's time to let go, bro. It's time to tell the enemy no. It's time. You've been a victim of lust for too long. You've been falling into it for too long. You've been falling into these distractions, these temptations for too long. And now it's time to flee from it. It's time to let it go and create space for you to grow, and create space for you to make progress, create space for you to have a clear mindset, create space for you to have a stronger discipline, create space for you to have a deeper peace just in life and about yourself. Like, you don't have to be perfect, but you got to start being intentional, bro. It's time to start moving the right way. It's time to leave lust behind for good. I'm saying that to myself, and I'm saying that to y'all, bro. It's time to leave it behind for good, and it's time to grow. It's time to replace that time with something that's benefiting you, something that's making you better, something that's helping you grow to the next level, something that's getting you one step closer to who you want to become. Lust can't help that, bro. Lust does nothing but defeat you. And if you don't believe me, spend time to reflect on it and just see, really see how much it's hurting you, how much it's holding you back. Flee from lust for a week, bro, and just see the benefits. Like, lust isn't everything, bro. I promise it's more to life than that. It's more of your life to enjoy. It's more things to figure out. It's more things to learn than just being so caught up on lust and what these women can do for you. Like, no, bro. Go find intimate love with somebody. Go find a true love, a real love with somebody with a foundation and something that's not just built on lust. It's time to leave it behind, man. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. Went over to 800 subs. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next one.